Right. We should be live. I'm looking at this. Yes, indeedy. Woohoo! So we should hopefully be live. Yes, we'll wait for people to drop in. It's just like we should announce it on Twitter. Press my stream deck and hopefully Twitter will work. Yes! Apparently Twitter has worked. Let's see. I'm just checking if Twitter has worked. Yes! There we go. I didn't have my standby image up. Oh well. Sweetness. Hey SK, morning. Woohoo. Fun, fun. So I've got my stream deck all set up. I am so excited. How are you this morning? Hopefully it's all working. Yep. Oh, I need to hit the play button on the music. There we go. Alright, let me know if you can hear that. I found some proper music to play and everything. So, sweetness. Something a bit more upbeat. Realize you're about to get... You're about to get what of school? Awesome. Yes, it's pretty epic. I've even set it up for art, so I'm super happy. I'm just moving my keyboard out of the way so I don't actually have to deal with that. Sweet. It's not too loud, is it? Let me know if I need to make any audio adjustments. Grab my pen. Okay, have fun, Louisa. I'll see you whenever. Thank you for coming for the very start. Alright. Well, let's get into it. I'll throw my intro in. There we go. Everything's up and working. So, as you can see, we have this, well, we have this. This is artwork that I had done. This up here. Let me zoom in so you can see the atrocity that is this artwork. Okay, so yeah, this is what we're redrawing today. This thing here. So, oh boy. So this is where I started. This kind of deal. And yeah, I'm going to attempt to redraw this with my current skill sets. Okay, yep, cool. As long as I'm coming through and you guys aren't fighting to understand me with the music in the background or whatever, but generally I'm pretty loud, so I don't think most people have problems hearing me. So, I don't unfortunately have layers up for you today, SK, but really since we're just sketching, I do most of it on one layer anyway, and it's just line art that I tend to put on separate layers, same as colors, but all of the speed arts and stuff, I'll have the layers window in for you from now on. So, okay, this is what we're looking at, and I'm actually going to go into my Clip Studio Paint deck settings now. And the one things that I forgot to set buttons for, and that'd be right, is zoom in and zoom out. So I'll actually have to get my keyboard, out, and we can attempt to do something here. So, all right, let's get used to this. Sweet. Okay, where are we sitting? About a 20. Did the music just stop? It's meant to keep playing. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Apparently, it just decided to stop. Hello, Glowly. How are you today? How is everyone going? I'm gonna draw this. So it's this gothy kind of little girl with alien hands, apparently. Look at this. Look at this. It's terrifying, actually. Let's put this on multiply so you can see if I draw over it. But yeah, look, this this hand is utterly terrifying to me. So I'm just like, oh, well then, yeah, yay. Okay, let's see why isn't my music going? Yeah, doing really well, actually. So having fun. Not really. drawing these, there we go. Music's back. Redrawing this wonderful thing right here. So, I think we might draw a couple of thumbnail sketches and, see where we're going from there. So, I was thinking of probably having her in a different pose, something a bit more dynamic, I think, rather than just standing like this with a teddy bear here. I think we could do something a little bit more interesting with it. So if we maybe had her legs out here, you know, really give the boots some, you know, some traction here, like this. Okay, so but the rest of her needs to kind of come down here. So so we're gonna get a body in. So this will be an upper torso in here. This is a rounded leg in here. We've got boots coming out in here, I suppose, if that makes sense. Like something like this. Maybe put the back of her other boot in there so you can see that there's two legs or something like that. And then maybe a head kind of down in this position here. Her shoulders be kind of hunched up. Maybe if her arms, I don't know. Do we want an arm down here? I don't think so. I think we need the boots in there somewhere. So as you can see, I'm sketching really, really loose here. You know what I'm saying? Like there is nothing here that you could possibly be kind of that resembles much yet. But yeah, we'll go. But I honestly, like, everyone says that picture there, when I show it to them, they're all like, oh, but that's better than I could do and everything like that. And I'm there going, yeah, but this is after like 6 months of practice. I was still that crap. Like, fully crap. I'm like talking like uber crap. But I think that it's kind of like an RPG with drawing. Like you're crap until you aren't. And even then I still feel like I'm crap. So, I don't know. I feel as though, we all have like this idea of where we want to be and what is good and what's not good. And, yeah, and it's kind of that way, I think. So I'm just going to indicate, like, because she's in this, like, shaggy dress, I'm just going to indicate maybe the inclination of this dress and some folds in here. So I think I might actually add, like, a shoulder something, or make it like a hoodie dress, or something a little bit, you know, I don't know, a little bit more fashiony, I suppose. This seems to be pretty fashiony anyway. So, yeah. Have you guys, like, for me, I suppose, I'm kind of sitting here like, you know, people going, oh, you know, teach us how to draw, B, or this, that, and the other, and I'm sitting there going, honestly, I could try, You know, you guys just need to tell me what you want to learn, and then I can put something together. But for me, this, I don't know, this is kind of like not normal, I suppose. Like, I'll sit here and I may sketch for ages trying to figure out something. Thanks, Bear. I'm pretty sure my mum's straight, but that's all good. I can be gay. Let's do that. I like being gay. Let's be gay. Let's all be gay. So yeah. I know, let's get some. These boots are pretty cool. You mind if I pump someone in as a moderator somewhere? Here we go. Put Glow as a moderator too. There you go. Now you guys can and I'll put a bear in timeout. Yeah. Let's take him to the block party. He can deal with it. All right. Now that that's dealt with, let's not. So we've got some buns on top of her head, I suppose. I don't believe that I actually drew like a meatball bun character, but I actually haven't drawn a meatball bun character in quite a while. So let's work with this. I think it'll be really cute. No worries. I think it's just like to the point where I'm like, yeah, you know, I might need someone to help me with that while I sit here and draw. So you guys, I know that you guys are awesome and you've got level heads. So I'm like, let's add some moderators quickly. So I think I'm going to change the direction in which her part happens. Here it's on this side, probably just because you have that I can't draw this eye kind of syndrome going on. But I think I might change this part here to here, just for ease of angle, I suppose. And I'd rather you see both eyes in this one, just because we're kind of proving that we've changed. So let's do a block in for some hair. Like I really just block in hair very generally. If I can, like, there's probably going to be an ear somewhere here, and we'll probably actually curve some strands down out here or something like that. And let's give her kind of like this kind of undercut kind of haircut. I think that'll be pretty cool. Oh, I'm a mod, okay. Yeah. I figured that we'd add some mods just because, you know, if we do end up getting a couple of people like that in here, it might just be easier if we can have a couple of people who are hanging out in chat help me deal with it, kind of thing. That kind of stuff. Okay, Glow, I'll see you later. So I'm going to take out some of these lines now, and I'm going to see what we're left with. So we've got something generally like this, but I don't like the hair. Mostly because these meatballs are now too far down. And I can see that quite clearly, in that I should have done most of this hair work. Because I tend to put hair quite high above the head. I should do most of the hair work first. So let's do that. Okay. So let's add another layer. Actually, let's just go back. All the way back. Let's spam the undo button. This is what I love about kind of hanging out and just sketching whatever. Yeah, well that's good though, because I certainly get them late, so they're up there for a while, I guess, before I see them. And yeah, it'd be good to kind of handle them quickly. Alright. Alright, let's add that ear in. Add it in there, and we'll start on the hair again. We'll try again. So let's add her hair again. So I want to have a nice fringe coming out here, maybe one of these. Hey Maury, what's going on? We're gonna draw this again. Let's see what we can do. I'm kind of at a dilemma with this back part right now. I'm just like, I don't know what to do with it. But then again, this is what sketching with me is like. I'm like, let's try and figure out, like, what I'm doing. Who knows what I'm doing? No one. The answer to the question is no one. So let's add some strands down here. Hopefully Maury's hanging around for the stream. Although it's probably super late. Super late. It's usually super late for everyone, and if it's not super late, it's super early. I was gonna say, wow. I didn't know I was streaming at the same time as Stress. Oops. I don't generally like to do that. Actually, like, stream at the same time as other people, but this was just the time that everyone said they were free. So that's why I picked it. I was like, yeah, I don't particularly want to, like, I don't know, take away from Stress. If that's the case. I feel bad now. Right, I think we've got something now for this hair. So, yeah. So as you can kind of see, like, where, I don't know, after practice, I suppose, or after what I would consider some time of practice, I kind of feel like that you automatically kind of end up with this sense of better pose. Sure, okay. Okay. There we go. All added for when you need to go. I don't know, I always feel bad though, especially when it's a streamer or something that I'm working with, and especially considering it's Stress. For, like, I don't know, that's kind of like, I do a lot of stuff for her channel and everything like that, and I always feel bad because, you know, she's so awesome and everything, and I just kind of don't want to infringe, I suppose, because a lot of my fandom has come from her fandom. Like, a lot of people that hang out with me have come from Stress. So I kind of don't want to, I don't know, I feel bad for it. Okay, so we've got a general hair layout now. What are we gonna do with this teddy? Huh, and her arms. I suppose she should probably have some arms. Like, actually have some arms in here, you know, so that'd probably be really good, hey. You know, adding this poor child some arms. Well, let's have a look, see. Probably something like that. Yeah, right? So, which part would be in front? I would say this part would actually be in front, so her hand's going to be over here. Over there somewhere. Like that. Like that. So, somewhere in there. So, yeah, well, like, I don't know, yeah, that's the reason why I kind of feel as though, you know, I don't really want to infringe on Stress's stream time and everything, just because, yeah, most people that found me through Stress. Alright, so I have kind of like an arm in here, going on somewhere. Somewhere. We have a vague idea of an arm. Alright, let's get an adorable little face in here somewhere. Yeah, that is true, I suppose. As long as I'm not like on her scheduled stream time, I don't mind. Okay, so I think we've got a decent base to work with now, so let's merge all this stuff and maybe see what we can do to add other elements in this top picture into it. Okay. So you have like a cool hooded little dress thing we're gonna flesh out. We've got some big boots that we're gonna make look awesome. We kind of need the teddy bear. And I'm wondering where we're gonna stick that in. I didn't think about that when I did her pose, and I'm like, but I like her pose! I like her pose! Maybe he can be sitting down next to her with his stuffing hanging out. Something. He can be down here. We'll do the double bean technique for the teddy, I guess. And when I say double bean technique, I mean like you draw like two beans. You draw two beans and it makes, you know, like a body shape, I guess. Kind of two beans, and then you add a head onto it. And then his feet, I suppose, will come out here, really big. And then like an arm kind of back here somewhere. Now, as you can see, this is getting messy as hell. But I'll erase the girl so you can see where I'm going with it. So, so we got like teddykins kind of hanging out over here. These big ass feet. And one eye, yes, he only has one eye. He's got stuffing coming out. I'm not sure if I want him to be throwing up his stuffing at this point, or if I want him to actually be like gutted in terms of his stuffing. So we'll figure that one out, I suppose, in a second. I don't know. I don't think I like this particular pose for Ted. So we'll go back and we'll try again. This is the reason why I'm just like, yeah, let's just sketch. Sure. I'll sketch and I'll show you how long it takes me to do stuff, which is usually ages. Like ages and ages and ages. Maybe I should start with an action line for Ted as well. I guess I want him to kind of be out like this. So, bleh. So, kind of like hanging out. I don't want his top to be too big either. But I want him to be rounded, I suppose. You love both ideas. Yeah, it's a bit like that. Like, it just depends on how it's executed, I think, as to whether it works out. And that one just didn't seem to be doing what it was meant to be doing. So let's try again. Let's kind of like have some stuffing kind of coming out. His legs kind of broken here, so his leg will attach here. So we kind of got Ted, his legs kind of not on right. He's kind of makes it wonder if she did it to him, or if, you know, Ted's just protected her or something, or whatever. So let's spew some stuffing here. And there we go. I think I'm liking this one a bit more, just because we can actually give Ted a bend in his arm on this side, and you can actually see a bit more of Ted himself. And now we give him a kind of like a head. It needs to be kind of big. And now some ears, like oversized Ted ears, I suppose. Big oversized Ted ears. Hey Ramakan, you didn't miss much. I've just started sketching, you know, like a like doing this artwork again from when like I found the oldest artwork I possibly could that I'd done, and I decided that we'd all kind of draw it again. And yeah, we're just kind of deciding on poses and whatnot, and I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I keep spewing stuffing here, so we're going to change it. We're just going to change everything. We're just going to change everything, because that's the kind of person I am. I'm like, do I like that? Probably not. Okay, let's not. So, I don't know. I'm still kind of just in the middle, on the fence, completely on the fence. I think I'm a little bit too hyperactive for this early in the morning, but I've been up since like 2:30. So it's just, yeah, I've kind of just been like, you know what, I don't like it at all. Let's go again. Funnily enough, she was the easiest one to do. Ted's just not. He's not quite doing what I want him to. So, but yeah, been up since like 2:30 in the morning doing some work. Let's make him a big fat teddy. Let's see if he wants to be like a BB-8 kind of fat teddy. Like this, with two. I don't know. Time for you to go. Okay, SK, thank you. I will see you around Discord, most definitely. So, okay. I think maybe what we could do is actually bring in the element of that gravestone in the background as well. And she could kind of be leaning against it. Like, you know, like this. So, we add the gravestone in here. Like that. So she's kind of like sitting in fresh dirt. So I actually really like that. It just seems overly morbid, which is great, because this is what this was meant to be, you know, like it was meant to actually be creepy, and I just couldn't. I had zero execution skills, and while, you know, you may end up having that kind of not so creepy vibe because it's a cartoon, it doesn't quite, I don't know, matter. to me in that sense. Like, I don't care if it's cartoony. It's more so, you know, the content is meant to be creepy, I guess. And I think that this is actually a better execution of that. So let's have her just sitting in someone's grave, in someone's grave. So let's add a little bit of this. All right. So I don't know if it's a fresh grave. I don't think so. That's why I'm sitting here and putting in some of these little kind of like dirt spots or something. You like creepy? Well, I think I'm hopefully this will kind of get that vibe going for you then, Maury. So yeah, I kind of like the idea that she's leaning against the gravestone, and we'll find somewhere to put Ted in. I'm very tempted to have his paw, like right now, like him be half buried somewhere down here, or something like that. But we'll see. I'm kind of inclined to work on her a bit more now that we've kind of got this kind of context, I suppose, this kind of context going on. So, yeah, let's merge that sketch together and save, so in case anything untoward happens, I'm not high and dry for the rest of the stream with losing all of my work. Okay, so I'm gonna lower the opacity on this so that we can kind of do a more refined sketch going on. So this is where I kind of zoom in and we start going to town on some of the actual details. So let's go like this. Yeah, the gravestone really works. Woohoo! Yay! I'm excited then. I'm glad that you guys like it. Honestly, I'm just like, yeah, let's draw stuff again, and then I totally didn't realize, you know, how I would have to try and, like, I didn't even think about, you know, before I got here, what I would actually draw. So I'm kind of just like, oh, crap, I actually had to think of something rather than, you know, like, just turning up and being like, okay, we're gonna stream now. And I'm like, oh, I actually need to think of what we're gonna draw. So I'm glad that it's working out, because I did zero planning for, like, I did planning for the stream, but, like, not for like the content of the actual, not for the content of the drawing. And normally, like, I plan the content of the drawing, so I'm kind of winging it, which is not something I'm very good at, if you guys can't tell, but I'm learning. I'm just waiting for someone to come in and tell me that it needs a monocle. I've actually prepared for that stream meme now. I'm like, I am totally prepared if someone tells me that whatever I'm drawing needs a monocle. I'm like, I can actually go back and go like this and go, hello, spiffering, it has a monocle. Oh, I was so proud of that. I was so proud of that. I was so proud that I could do that. And you know, if I screech at anything, I even have like some other special stuff that I can stick up on screen. Just me peeking the microphone and being in general too loud. Everything needs a monocle. You guys, like, I am legit actually going to be releasing a surprise alongside the Sir Daps t-shirt that has everything to do with that stream meme that we seem to have now. So yeah, look forward to that. Look forward to that. But I even have this one, like, RIP headphone users. Oh, so I was proud. Now, yes, that looks a bit better. Alright, let's get some hair down here. Okay. What's that emote for, Maury? What did I do? I feel like I must have done something for that to be a thing. Let's turn the canvas and make everybody seasick. I've heard that actually does make some people seasick. Way too derpy for what you intended. That's why I was like, what? What did I do? What did I do? So let's get some eyes in here. I'm not quite sure what we're gonna do with these eyes. Oh, for the surprise. Yeah, I thought that I'd done something like really weird. That's definitely not a surprise emoji. I don't know if I like those eyes. Yeah. But yes, there will be a surprise. I am working on it. I promise you that much. Definitely working on it. So I think... Alright. I think there might be a bit too big. I think she might need smaller, kind of sneakier eyes. Kind of looking at you like, what are you doing in my graveyard? What are you doing in my graveyard? Getting the size of the eyes right is always hard in context. Oh well. It'll be alright. I'm pretty sure. I understand now. I understand now. Let's erase this tiny little one here and see what we can do. I think it's this point of the eye that's a bit out of whack. That's a bit better. Hey Moo Moo! That's all good. Thank you for joining us. I think she might end up, I'm tempted to give her like Cheshire cat grin. But not really. I kind of just want to give her one of these kind of and these kind of mouths kind of thing. I don't know whether or not, like, I think I want to give her a nose too, but we're working on it. I'm still deciding on whether or not I like this kind of... Whether or not I kind of like this. I like those eyebrows for her. I'm just deciding what kind of nose I really want to give her. Because there are a couple that I like doing. I don't know. Maybe I'm just putting it too low on her face and it should be somewhere up here. Maybe I'm just drawing it on a weird angle. Maybe it's just too small. Who knows? Let's figure it out. So much problem solving in art, really. Like, I'm just like, why doesn't it look right? I'll put this warning up. Why doesn't it look right? There we go. So actually I might go back to this and put it like more in the middle so I can see what I'm actually doing. Nah. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure. I think I might actually end up changing her face shape. We'll see. I like that nose a bit better. Ah, she kind of looks disgusted there. Let's go with that. Now she looks kind of smirky. This is great. Let's go with this. Let's go with this. Yeah, it's easier to change stuff. Like I am honestly I'm horrible with traditional art in the sense that I erase stuff and it doesn't work, and I end up wrecking paper, and just it ends up being like a super pain. I'm really bad at traditional art, just because I change so much and I change my mind, and like I literally tear through paper. I do tear through paper. I think maybe having a sideways mouth might actually... Oh, there's the I'm smirking at you kind of. Like, come be creepy with me if you dare. And we'll give her a little fangy tooth. There we go. I think that's better. And now let's outline where we're going to give her our blushies. And I do think, however, this part of her face needs to change. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Right. Alright, I should probably change this so I can do it. I'm just having all sorts of weird, I'm concentrating on getting this right kind of silences. Damn. I thought I was getting better at, you know, talking while I do everything. Hey, Glow! Welcome back. Thank you. we had some interesting trouble at the start of the stream, Moo, and I needed to appoint some mods just in case it happened again, kind of thing. So I think we've got kind of her expression down now. I don't know, like she seems to me kind of like she's like a cute little bat type girl or something like that. Like I don't know about you, but yeah, that's what she kind of feels like to me at this point. So let's get some detailing in, I suppose. Well, she's definitely gonna have this hoodie come out here, so she's gonna have a hooded dress, which I think is only appropriate. So let's give her that. No. Yeah, it happened just before you came in. Basically someone came in and told me that my mum was gay, and I said, well, I'm pretty sure she's straight, but I can be gay, so whatevs. But then they started actually having a bit more of a dig, but luckily I'd already started moderating it, at least on my screen. If you go back in this stream, I'm probably sure that you saw what they said, which I actually am not privy to because I didn't see the second message. It moderated out before I could really do anything about it. So yeah, let's give her... Now she's got tatters on the bottom of her dress and some interesting seams, so what we might do is we might actually put the seam line in the dress later So let's see what we can do with this kind of... I was thinking of making it kind of like a pleated kind of riot girl kind of skirt, like this, because I reckon this character would probably wear, you know... Oh, really? The second message was really not good. Oh, wow. As I said, I didn't see the second message, so, yeah, I actually physically don't, like, I don't know what was actually said. So, I hope that not too many people are offended. I may actually go and block it out with an annotation or something if I need to, just because, you know, I don't know, people are jerks. It's not really cool. I don't know why people decide that they need to be like that, to be honest. So let's see. She's kind of got like this skirt going on, I reckon. I like this. So I think that's pretty cool actually, and maybe we'll even make the dress. We'll take this part out. We'll give her a belt too. Yeah, well, I'm glad we have mods now. So like, if anyone's leaving, let me know and I'll promote another mod just in case. But that's what SK had me do when she said she knew that she had to leave. So we're gonna give her a belt because, you know, all little germs and ghouls have cool belts, I reckon. Maybe we'll actually give another, kind of like another one of these skirt flips going on. Something like that. We'll actually make that a big solid line. Take out this part. Make it part of this pleat. There we go. Line refining. Line refining 101 with Boxle. Right. We got something going on. I don't really like where that is going, but you know, we got something going on. I'm not very good at fashion yet. Like designing clothes or whatever, especially girls' clothes, simply because I don't normally draw like female characters a lot. Like, I find that you normally get one or two people. The people that draw pretty much predominantly guys, and they can't draw girls, which is me. I'm one of those people. We might actually give her a second belt just to hide the fact that I can't draw. Even now I can't draw, and I suck. So, let's make a stylistic, quote-unquote, stylistic decision. Which, you know, read as too hard. Here we go, I'll write it out. Let's make a stylistic decision to put a second belt here instead of adding more skirt, because I just can't be bothered. Oh, that deserves a daps. Spiffing! That's it, yes! So, how to avoid improving with Boxle. How to just run away from all of your art problems and never look them in the eye. Just add a belt there instead. Change your idea. Yeah, this is welcome to Arty Times with Boxle. Yeah. This is the way that I think it's all gonna go. So yeah, let's give her some belts. That's cool. We'll make this line thicker to indicate some shadow, I guess. And we've kind of got something looking a little bit cool. Maybe we'll add some chains in there in a little bit. But for now, I'd say let's move on to giving her her arms, which isn't too hard really. She's just got her arms coming in down here. And I don't even have to draw a hand with this design. I'm really, you know, avoiding all of the hard bits today. I'm like, there's not a hand there. It's okay. You don't need to know about that. That's like, she's just got it folded. It's fine. Like, it's in her lap along with the other hand kind of deal, which will, you know, which is kind of like back here, you know. We'll kind of give an indication of a hand there, but I reckon that like it's kind of like in her lap, so you can't really see it very well. So I'm just gonna leave it be and move on. Bye, Moo Moo. Have fun. Thank you for coming. So, but yeah, so we can now just kind of draw in her legs. And then work on these kick-ass boots, which is why I left them till last, because I'm really wanting to actually have fun with these. Yes, I am controlling the pop-up graphics with my newfangled doohickey. It is spiffing. I just press a button and it comes up now because I've set it all up. Like, I can press another button for my lower third to come up. So, ta-da! Isn't that cool? Like, I'm super stoked about it, just because why wouldn't I be? It's freaking epic. Like, it was worth the money. I think people are for the most part worried about how much it kind of costs, but it's kind of useful in that sense. Like, I can tweet automatically, and I can do all sorts of fun stuff. Yes, it is so totally shiny. So, okay, we've got some, like, combat-y type boots that we're gonna do. And I'm just kind of trying to think of how we actually want to go about it. Do we want to split them like it is in the picture? I think we should split them, I suppose. You know, split them so they look kind of like they do in the picture up the top. I'm not sure though. I don't know. I kind of want to give her like hyper cool like future boots, if you know what I mean, like with like a big strap, a la Back to the Future kind of deal, like around here or something. Let's sketch out some stuff and we'll decide. So, and then do something maybe cool with the bottom of the thing. Might give her a heel in here too. Make her just look extra freaking awesome and cool and stuff. Give her a nice big chunky heel and put some spikes in the tread and whatever. So maybe like a screw here, like, you know, something kind of like that, just so I can, you know, have something shiny to draw. So, and then I really actually am tempted just to like give her a massive belt across here too, since we're going with the massive belt kind of theme. We'll just get rid of this. Get rid of this. Give her the give her this massive belt boot. So yeah, if anyone is definitely curious about the shiny thing I'm using to stream, I've put the name of it in the description of this stream, along with the paint programs and the tablet and all the other stuff I've been using today. Just because people have asked, and I figure I may leave it there so you guys can actually reference it if you ever need to. So it's all down in the description box. This girl ready to kick everyone's ass. I think so. Honestly, I agree wholeheartedly with you there. I'm pretty sure that she's gonna kick some butt. So I like the idea of that. I also like the idea of adding, I don't know, that split down the center. Maybe not even that. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm gonna add a couple of buckles or something along here, like this. Oops, needs to go the same way. So something like that, like a buckle or whatever on the boot, and then we can color in this area to show where the split is, I guess. No, I'm not even sure I like the split at all. I just want them to be like a giant one singular boot. I like that. Something like that. Oops. Something like that anyway. Okay. Maybe we've gone too far out with here. So let's bring it back in a bit and add like a bit of a flicky strap or something. I don't know. Something like that. We'll thicken up this line here so it looks like there's a bit of shadow. So we're getting there. Look at that. We've got a refined sketch going on. Okay, I think that's all of her sketch. Okay, and then we've got the background layer now. So I was going to say, we've got this tombstone, which is kind of, you know, I don't know, falling apart. Maybe in a bit of disrepair. Just kind of hanging around. Broken up a bit. Looking great. I actually think that she's really cute. I'm totally surprised. I didn't think I'd actually be able to really pull this off, you know, to be honest. Like, I'm not even kidding, guys. Did not think I'd actually get even a sketch out. And it's been only an hour and we've got, you know, like her. The only thing we didn't end up getting in there was Ted, but we may figure him out, I suppose, in a second. Just want to get this kind of just one line, there we go, of the gravestone there in the right spot. In the right spot. So yeah, we're kind of just figuring it out, working it out, doing its thing. So yeah, this actually turned out surprisingly well. Let's erase some stuff up here and make it look a bit janky, I suppose. Give some crack lines here and there. Cute and badass at the same time. Yeah, well, I think it's really the way that I wanted this kind of girl to look. We're gonna have to go back in and give her an eye design, like, see this here, like, kind of thing, like the Clockwork Orange kind of deal. We're probably gonna have to, you know, throw a bit of that in there, just so that we can just so that we can, you know, keep to the kind of the brief, I suppose, or the stuff that I was adding in back then. Oh. So, yeah, I do kind of want to keep some of the same elements at the very least. So, I do think that she needs to really look like she's kind of sitting on the actual ground, I suppose. We'll give her some deep shadow in here, just to show that she is kind of sitting on the ground. Like that. And then we'll kind of fluff it out. I don't really know the name for half of the things that I'm actually doing right now, but I just kind of group it under shading and leave it at that. Ready for some of the old ultra violence. Yeah. Well, that's I was a goth, like, back in the day, before I became a mum, and a lot of stuff at this time in my life when I first started learning how to draw. Boxle was a goth. And I admit it. I used to run around in all this kind of gear, like, unashamedly. Even in, like, Australian heat, I would run around in, like, full socks and, like, you name it, I would run around it, like socks, arm warmers, full riot skirts, kilts, like, I would wear it all. Though before being goth was a thing, people in my small town, like, because they didn't know about it as a fashion movement, the people would always ask me if I was off to a Piper meeting, because I always had tartan on. So they would always ask me if I was off to a Piper or a clan meeting or something like that. Like, not like a clan meeting like the US kind of clan meeting, but, you know, like we have a lot of Scottish where I'm from, and they would ask me if I was going to, like, go down and see all the other Scottish people, not, you know, what you could be thinking. Yeah, like, it was surprising, like, oh man, I only used to own, like, black, red and white. That was it. That was all I would wear. But I mean, I was talking about my first, like, concert. People, what I found to be really, really funny though is that people used to tell me I wasn't a goth based on my music choices, and I used to laugh at that. Yes, correct. I used to laugh at that though, because I was like, dude, I can like Kiss, and I don't have to be into, like, super hardcore stuff to be a goth, man. Just let me be. Like, come on now. I like to dress a certain way. That's literally what this is. I wasn't exactly a purist or a pure goth or whatever, like, anything like that. I just liked dressing that way, so I did. And if anyone told me different, I basically told them to get stuffed. So, yeah, that was my life. I was just like, you know what? I like metal, but I don't need to, you know, like all this hardcore stuff to please you, so I didn't, and it was great. And more people should be like that, I think. I'm not saying more people should be like me, I'm just saying more people should, you know, tell people to stuff them in their standards. So it's just like, yeah, no, I don't care if you don't want me to be part of your club. Oh. I'm gonna be part of my own club. I think I still am part of my own club, to be honest, somehow. Like, right. I think we've done alright on that little kind of backgroundy area. Whoop whoop. So happy. It's just like everyone kind of now uses the term geek and nerd like I don't know, as a good thing, when it was literally the bane of people's existence, because it was used to typify a subgroup of people that, you know, were, well, yeah, weren't quote unquote normal or cool or happening or whatever. They were not groovy, yo. So, it kind of, I kind of have mixed feelings on the term. I mean, I use the term for myself a lot, but I feel like I shouldn't, simply because it was, you know, a term that caused a lot of people a lot of problems. And right now, I mean, as someone who works in marketing, I know it's just a marketing tool, and that's kind of the sad thing. So I'm just like, oh, I should probably not use it. So let's see if we can draw in this other cool, like another cool gravestone or something in the background. I'm not very good at perspective, and I'm freehanding it, but oh well, let's just do a thing. I actually feel like making it like really cartoony, like, and curved or something, you know. Let's actually do that. Let's take this away and make it all curved. Now everyone is a nerd. Well, that's the thing. It's become in fashion, and it never used to be. That's the, like, you know, it's literally a marketing tool to sell a certain group of people, you know, gamers or whatever you want to say, gamers or people into pop culture or something like that, like stuff. Because they identify as that group, and they go, oh, that means it's for me, and you know, and everybody wants to belong to a group, so they really use it against you. It's kind of interesting when you see what marketing people are taught. Being a person that's been taught all that kind of stuff. I still don't like it. Maybe we'll just get super thick with it and do some background ones. I don't know. They definitely brought it, I suppose, into the forefront. The Big Bang Theory did. I do agree. Like, nerd culture wasn't so much of a thing until it became super popular, or whatever. So. I do agree to some extent, yeah. Let's add some more graves, just to give it some kind of contrast, I suppose. Something back there. Put another one back here too. Hey! It does. Hello. I have no idea how to say your name. I'll just call you Power. Nice to see you on stream. Happy to have you. Thank you for coming and watching. But yeah, no, I do agree. Big Bang Theory is kind of, how would you say it? It's kind of modernized or popularized would be a better term, I would say, the nerd culture. Yeah, hi! I'm really horrible at names that I don't know how to pronounce, so I apologize in advance. So we're gonna do some little bit of fine-tune coloring here, like this. We're gonna do some erasing as well. Yeah, turn into a soap. I haven't watched it in quite some time. Like, as in, I haven't watched it since Everyone Got a Girlfriend. It kind like, I was like, oh, that happened? But then again, you know, I kind of feel like I stopped watching for a season kind of thing. And then I never really caught up again. You know what I'm saying? So I do feel like I kind of lost some of what I was like, my interest in it, because I just kind of never picked it up again. But I had other shows I wanted to watch, and for the most part I haven't been able to even watch half the shows I want to watch. Like, I haven't seen most of the Marvel series coming out now. Like, oh, it's like I want to watch Defenders so bad, but the problem... Oh, that was the turning point. Oh well, there you go. Seems legit. Like, I don't know. I was like, well, where are they gonna go from here? And I don't think that I ever thought about watching it again, to be honest. So yeah. I'm just trying to think of like the last time I actually saw it. And yeah, I can't actually... It was years ago now. Like, years. Iron Fist. I want to watch Iron Fist. I have to watch Iron Fist. I have to watch Luke Cage. I've already seen Jessica Jones. And I need to catch up on Daredevil. Like, before I even remotely go at looking to watch The Defenders. And I'm just like, oh my god! I haven't been able to catch up on so many things. I heard Iron Fist is pretty epic, actually, but I also heard Defenders is like thebomb.com. So I'm really looking forward to kind of catching up with some of those kind of shows. The one that I always keep up with, though, I think without fail, is Lucifer, even though that's DC and not Marvel. But yeah, Lucifer is epic, and I was so sad when Constantine actually, the one DC show that I actually ended up liking, because I don't like the rest, just because they're not quite as, I don't know, well done, I'd like to say, but I don't know. Like, I'm not really into Supergirl or any of that, just because, I don't know, I'm kind of apathetic towards it. But Lucifer and Constantine were, like, massively uber for me. Yes! Lucifer is... Oh, Maury, you need to see Lucifer. You have to see Lucifer. It is so good. Oh, it's so funny. I really enjoy it, like... on some kind of spiritual level. I just love that damn show. It's amazing. It's amazing. So, yeah, I enjoy it. Flash was really corny. Supergirl, can I just, like, I don't know, everyone's like, oh, you're finally getting, like, a female superhero, rah, 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 and I'm like, they're going, dude, like, Supergirl is Power Rangers, but not as cool as Power Rangers. It's, like, on that level of production value, and it's kind of sad. Like, don't check out Supergirl. Supergirl's crap. Like, Supergirl is actually bad. And I feel bad for it, because I really wanted it to be good, but it totally wasn't, and that made me uber sad. Like, super, super uber sad. You know, in a way that I can, like, you know, I can't get certain hours of my life back kind of sad. I need to see the Wonder Woman movie. I heard it was actually really good too, so I'm hoping. I'm super hoping that that's how that goes. Okay, Graves, here we go. Let's put some of this back here. So, yeah, no, I am hoping that it's still good. Though, that said, I'm definitely wondering whether or not, like, Wonder Woman, and stuff, this is gonna go down the kind of, yeah, 2 episodes too many, right? I wonder, the thing with Wonder Woman, for me, is that she wasn't, for me, she wasn't Diana. For me, like, the person who plays Wonder Woman is Selena Kyle. She's Catwoman. Like, that's what we thought when we first saw her. We went, oh, that has to be Catwoman. That's Catwoman, right? That's Catwoman. Totally wasn't, was Wonder Woman, and we were just like, the hell. Like, the actual hell. Because, yeah, she just didn't really ring as Wonder Woman for my friends and I when we first, you know, encountered her. So, yeah, it was a bit jarring, I suppose, in my mind to see her as Wonder Woman. Just because we had, like, fan theoried that she was, as I said, Selena Kyle. So we were hoping that she would be Catwoman. Simply because she walked, talked, sounded like was a perfect fit for Catwoman. So, yeah, it was, I guess that was a bit like that. So, well, what do you guys think? How's it looking? Whoop whoop. I'm actually liking it. But I need to see the Wonder Woman movie, I suppose. Just so I can, like, I don't know, figure out whether or not I'm into her or not. But I heard the movie, in terms of, like, production and stuff, was actually really good. So, but for me, my DC for me is always, has always, will always be about Aquaman, because I freaking love Aquaman, like, more than I really should. He's always been my favorite DC. Thank you, guys, thank you. He's always been my favorite DC character of all time ever, other than Constantine, because it's Constantine, and Constantine is epic. Like, I want Constantine and Lucifer to be a thing. Like, in terms of them going on, like, doing crossover shows and stuff. I reckon that would actually be pretty epic. Okay. So let's give her some cool, I don't know, some cool eyebrow design. So, yeah, I think this is actually turning out to be fairly decent in terms of a draw it again. I may actually put black all through the back here just for contrast. I don't know yet. Let's see how it looks and we'll go from there. I don't know. This kind of seems to be. Let's have a look. Yeah, that looks a bit better. I like that. All right. Yeah, the crossovers should definitely be a thing. Like, I mean, they had Constantine after Constantine was cancelled. They had Constantine in Arrow. And you know you type his name wrong, yeah. I believe it's, I think it's this. if you can read my writing. So, alright, that's where we're up to. So, but yeah, no, like, just, there's so, I think it's the consequence in Constantine that makes me like it so much. Like, there's a lot of actual depth to Constantine, and there's a huge price. Like, I would also love a Doctor Strange series, but I don't know if they could actually get Benedict Cumberbatch to do a Doctor Strange series. Marvel-wise, that is. I reckon he'd be pretty cool, too. I don't know, just comic series in general, I like them, but for me, for DC, I tend to stay away from the DC cinematic universe at all costs, or at least the DC TV universe, for the most part, except with the exception of, like, you know, Lucifer and stuff. I do, however, consume the DC animated movies, which I love. Yes, Doctor Strange was an awesome movie. It was so good. You know, oh, yeah. It was great. Like, visually great as well. And being someone that was trained for visual effects way back in the day, I appreciate it, like, on a certain, like, untold level. But I suppose that's in the same way that I appreciate, like, Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets on a certain level too, and The Fifth Element and all of those kind of movies that ended up being like that. Yeah, they were always really cool, and I really enjoyed them, actually. I don't think I'm gonna end up coloring this one, guys. I'm sitting here, you know, doing all of these darker lines in the background to add kind of shadows and stuff and whatever, and I think I like the way it looks, like, just kind of hanging out like this, I suppose. I don't know. I think that needs to just be a bit thicker there. Fifth Element, yes, Fifth Element. That's one of the main reasons why, other than the fact that Valerian's a cool comic, went to see Valerian in the City of a Thousand Planets, simply because, you know, that was his, like, that was another one of his movies kind of deal. And, yeah, it actually was pretty visually epic. I liked it a lot. Like, a lot. But I don't know why it flopped, though. It flopped at the box office, but I think also because it was based on a French graphic novel rather than anything else. But yes, DC definitely better in cartoon. Oh, so much better. But that's just my opinion. Some people really like the shows, and that's all good too. Just I'm not too much of a fan of them. As I said, by the ones that I've already said. I do, however, love every single DC movie, like DC animated movie that's come out at all. And the cartoons, they're amazing. Alright, let's go up to these eyes and see what we can do about them, hey? Whoop whoop. Oh, let's make them creepy. Let's give her some lashes. Number one. She needs some lashes. I think so. So let's... Yep. Here she is. Take out some of these scraggly bits. There we go. Alright, let's fix up some of these. Yeah. Oh, there are so many movies though. Like, I don't know, when I was a kid, all I ever did was watch, if I wasn't studying or making a robot of some kind or whatever, I was watching a movie, just because my dad loved movies so much. And that to the point where I ended up getting trained in media and film and doing film festivals and everything when I was, you know, when I was a kid and wanting to be in the film industry and stuff. I love movies so much. Batman the animated series from the 90s. Yeah, there are some really good ones. Which one was that? Like, which one actually was that? I'm trying to think of it. Like, was that the Brave and... No, it wasn't the Brave and... Was it the Brave and the Bold? That was the 1990s series. I don't know. If you guys can remember, you tell me. Because I enjoyed the series. I think I enjoyed Brave and the Bold, which is the one where, like, with Booster Gold and all that in it, and Shazam, I think, and whatever. I think that was it anyway. So, what I may do is erase these little cheekykins. Oops, wrong layer. Erase these little cheekykins, and we'll actually put those in colour rather than leaving him in with a sketch. Right, now let's give her some cool, like, eye bleedy effects or whatever. Something cool, I don't know. Just eye bleedy effects. Just Batman the Animated Series. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, there are just so many different cool ones. Like, my favorite animated DC movie of all time ever has to be Gods and Monsters. It's my favorite, and I was so sad when the comic was, like, shelved and there's not another one coming out, because that's, like, my favorite Superman of all time ever. Okay, Ramo, see you later. Like, it was, like, my favorite of all time ever was Gods and Monsters, where Superman didn't land in Kansas. He landed somewhere just over the Mexican border, and he grew up in a Mexican immigrant family and whatever, and oh, it was so good. The Justice League in that basically do what, you know, most evildoers do, I suppose. And they just kind of go in, murder everything, and and just like, yeah, here you go. And then, like, the government's plotting against them and everything because they're terrifying, and, you know, what if they turn on us kind of deal kind of happens with them. And yeah, I really like Gods and Monsters. It's, like, my favorite one. It really makes me super happy. That, and, like, Superman's Dick Superman is awesome, because it just makes him more interesting to me. Like, I don't know, I've always found Superman to be not as interesting as everyone else in DC, just because, you know, he was always Mr. Goody Two-Shoes that has no flaws, and I don't know, he never struck me as a character I cared about. So I never really liked him until I watched Gods and Monsters, and then I was just like, okay, I like that Superman. That Superman is epic. It makes me very, very happy to have a Superman that just screams, Dios mío! and stuff in the middle of, and is legit, like, I grew up in a really, like, tough spot, and he was, you know, prejudiced, like, too OP, too nice, like, but when Superman gets fed up, like, do you guys know anything about the Injustice storyline for like any of that? Go look up Injustice, because Jesus, that is special and a half, Superman. Although it makes me wonder if Injustice is going to be a part of the DC movies, because it seems to be gearing up that way. Because basically it ends up with Superman losing his shit, like, big time, and starting this massive, like, regime. They call it the regime. Holy shit, like, oh, it's terrifying. It's kind of like, you know, Civil War, except people are actually really terrifying to one another. It's Batman versus Superman, basically, is what Injustice is. except in not the movie. It's Batman versus Superman in not the movie, and injustice is so bad that they start killing off superheroes to the point where they need to get more from other dimensions so that they'll be alive again. Just because they've killed that many. In the, like, with the, like, oh, I've forgotten what Batman's side is called, but it's the regime versus, like, Batman's side and stuff, and, yeah, it's what happens when Superman loses his shit. But the thing is that what's truly terrifying about it, and why I'm kind of on the fence about Wonder Woman, is that, for the most part, Superman, originally, Superman was the villain and the culprit, and this was all him losing his shit. But by the end of it, it's Diana. It's Wonder Woman. Like, Superman seems to be able to be called around to reason a couple of times, but Wonder Woman's like, no, you just go and murder their face. Like, full on, Diana is the villain. That's why I'm just like, when I saw where Batman vs Superman went, and by the way, that was a drag of a movie. Again, I wish I could get my life back after watching it. So many good castings, just not in the right spots. As I said, I think Wonder Woman was miscast. She should have been Catwoman instead. And I also think that Luthor's son in that movie should have been Edward Enigma. Well, Enigma. So I reckon he should have been Edward Nigma. There we go. Instead, because he would have made a brilliant Riddler, but not so much a Luthor, if you know what I mean. But as you can see, I'm opinionated about comics. I'm so sorry. I've gone on this massive, like, comic tirade at you guys and movie tirade at you guys, but it's what I can actually talk about that doesn't sound weird, I suppose, or, like, I can easily, off the cuff, speak about. And kind of make sense of, I guess. But yeah, definitely pick it up, and the game too is also very interesting. I believe they just released a sequel, did they not? So yeah, we're a comic household. My household is a comic household. We kind of sit around and talk about this kind of crap, as well as the Dresden Files. So if you're into reading and want to read some epic urban fantasy, go and look up Jim Butcher and the Dresden Files, because that is, well, you won't regret it. James Masters does the audiobooks, and if you can get your hands on those, it's definitely amazeballs. Yeah, Batfleck's okay though. Batfleck's alright. Like, I'm not knocking Batfleck. And no, I don't think I have. Maury, tell me about it. Tell me about it. Alright, let's add some more details. I'm trying to think of what I could do for her eye kind of makeup. Maybe just something stupid or cool, or like a scar thing, I suppose. Maybe something like that. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, I like that. Sweet. You're back. What did you miss? You missed us. Oh, you just started. Yes! Maury, yes! Dresden! Ramo, you missed me ranting about comics. And still ranting about comics. Nothing really changed. Oh, yeah. Dresden just gets epic. It escalates. It is like the, oh my god, shit got real, but in every book. It's amazing. I love it. So good. Oh, we play the Dresden RPG too. So that's always fun. I have a Champion of God character. Michael, you know, Michael Carpenter in the Dresden Files characters, like, the books. Yeah, I have a character that has one of those swords. And yeah, so she does the champion of God duty, but she doesn't believe in God. She's an atheist, which is great. Oh! Huh. I'll have to look it up. Honestly, my Batman knowledge isn't as great as it could be. Simply because, again, I didn't really read much of it. Although I really like the dark ones, so I'm definitely gonna go look it up, Maury. Thank you for that. I'm just trying to think of if I've actually seen it or not, or read it or whatever. Yeah, you gotta kind of love it when shit gets real. I mean, but at the end of the day, there's always the killing joke. We always have the killing joke where shit gets even more real, to be honest. Alright, now let's give the side of this dress some kind of detail. Actually, we'll use a ruler. I love this pen. It makes me so happy. Bam. Yes. Yeah. Like as I said, I'm not really into reading pure Batman stories, though I have been getting into it lately just because some of them really are super cool. Like that I've seen. So I just kind of I've kind of been getting there. I haven't quite got there yet, but I'm getting there. Do I like that? No, I don't. That's okay. It's fine. Let's give this a big kind of zip tooth down here. And like that. Okay, sweet. A lot darker than Killing Joke. It's stuck in your head a lot more. That's pretty cool. Honestly, that sounds like something that I'd be fairly into. But that's just, you know, that's me. Ba-bam. So, we kind of got some stuff going on. And I think she'd maybe have some socks on too. Let's add some stripy socks. Let's add some stripy socks. Because everybody loves stripy socks. Or at least I did. I really loved stripy socks when I was a goth. They were just the most amazing fashion accessory ever. All sorts of stripy socks. Stripy knee highs anyway. But bam. Welcome back. Teddy been booted. Yeah, Teddy's been booted. I haven't done Teddy, but I've done her and I think she looks pretty cool. What do you think, SK? What do you guys think about how we've gone so far? Are we doing well? Are we actually doing well? I think we're doing all right. So, what else did I need to add? There was a kind of ominous, weird parrot shadow kind of thing. I don't know what I was actually trying to draw, but let's see what we're gonna do. Cute badass. I imagined this thing over here to be like this tiny little raptor chicken. It was like stupid and fat like this, except it had like a big giant maw, but it was just like, hello, I'm a chicken. Honestly, I'm not gonna color it. because this stream only has about 20 minutes left, and I actually have some animation to do, which is commission work that is super secret and stuff, and I need to get that done by today. So basically, yeah, I'm probably not going to color this particular version of it. I mean, it is grey. We can always merge it and make it black and then add some red, maybe one color. I think we could do a stretch to something like that. But other than that, I've actually pretty time poor this week, or at least, you know, today I'm pretty time poor. I will, however, be kind of hanging out in the Discord, just because I'm kind of going to be doing stuff there. Maybe we need to, we'll select that because I like it, and we'll move it back a bit. Rip. There we go. I think we're doing all right. Yeah. Trash polka twist. Yeah. I'll be able to do it. Here we go. Ready? We're gonna combine it all. Now it's all one layer. And how we do it is pretty easy. Just make a new layer, go straight down to black, and color it in. Except for that eye. That eye's the only thing that didn't go. But we can change, we can fix that too. Oops. Let's see if we can. Oh, this is going to be fun. Let's select the inverse selection. Invert selected area. Okay. Let's paint over this. Alright. Okay. No, let's not do that. Okay. Hurry up. Huh. I wonder why it didn't do that. Okay. Well, we'll just paint over this one. Big brush. Hopefully that'll do it. There you go. Haha. So that's what it looks like in black. So she does pop quite a lot in black. We'll maybe pick a cool red color. Let's have a look. This red color, I think that red is really good. Kind of reminds me of Emily Strange. Do you guys know at all about Emily Strange or anything like that? I always kind of liked Emily Strange when I was younger. Quite a lot. Just because she was dark and creepy, and even though she was kind of cute too. Her and all her black cats. Her and all her black cats. So let's have a look, see. Do we want her to have red hair? Quick poll in the comments. Do you guys think red hair? Either that or I'm going to make it like a grey colour. Make it grayscale with red, maybe. Who's Emily Strange? Really? Emily Strange was like a fashion kind of like baby goth brand, I suppose. They were pretty big in the 90s. I used to love Emily Strange's stuff. Oh man, she was just like this creepy little girl who liked witchy stuff and liked her cats and was just kind of like, in general, fuck you to the world. I suppose it was kind of cool. So I didn't mind it. But I think I think the brand is still around. They used to release like bags and stuff, and you know, you could get Emily the Strange bags. So Emily the Strange, I think it is, or something like that. Anyway, yeah. Oh man. All right. So let's maybe the belt strap here. Maybe the belt's here. Maybe something like that. Whoop whoop. And we did kind of miss a little ruled section of this belt down here. Should probably fix it. There we go. I love some of these tools that allow you to do repetitive patterns over and over again, like in a brush. Oh, so good. Makes my life so much easier. So it's just like, it's very dapper. Spiffing! Spiffing! So yeah, I'm pretty stoked about this. Let's probably, I'm thinking that she should probably have a bit of a shadow on this gravestone though. Yeah. So let's give her one of those. Let's give her a bit of a shadow. Down here. There we go. What program am I using? Can you make pancakes with self-raising flour? SK, yes you can. They'll actually come out quite fluffy, which is really nice. Program is Clip Studio Paint. Okay, Clip Studio Paint Pro. It's fairly cheap compared to some other things you can get on the market. It's only $50 for the Pro version. It's what Manga Studio ended up becoming. Yeah. Yes, pancakes. You know what we do to save time in terms of like pancakes and stuff? We make a sheet pancake. We make the batter and then stick it in a sheet tray and then just bake it, and then you have an entire tray worth of pancake. It's actually pretty epic. I love it. I love it way more than I should, I think. So let's grab a grey, maybe a mid grey, or even a light grey would do too. And let's do some colouring in of the gravestone and whatnot. Yeah, I really love pancakes. Pancakes are great. Pancakes are great. Oh, freaky. So, we're gonna give some highlights, like some moon shadow, like not moon shadow, but like moonlight or whatever. We should actually probably put that moon in there, just because. Just get some moonlight across some of these streaks or whatever. Stuff like that. I think I'm inclined to put this back. Put that in a little bit of shadow as well. Aha! Yum. They are good. Pancakes are that good. Just saying, pancakes are freaking epic. So, let's make this a multiply layer so it actually shades, I suppose. So we'll have this boot heel in the background and these little kinds of I suppose, under here, like this. And then this back here. And I suppose this here too. All of this should be in mid-shadow. There we go. And, you know, her hair too, I suppose. I'll invert this. Oh, your internet keeps going, does it? Oh, SK. What are we gonna do with you? What are we gonna do with you? I don't know what we're gonna do with you, SK. Let's colour this in. Just a little. Give her a bit of shading, I guess. I didn't plan on actually shading this, but I guess I'm doing it. I guess I'm doing it. Mostly because I actually really like this picture. I didn't actually expect to like any of this, like, at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, oh, I have to draw this thing that I drew way back when, and it's painful to look at my old art. And I'm probably not going to do any better this time. And I actually kind of like it. But isn't that always the way though? Like, you kind of like, oh, I'm gonna hate this, it's gonna be so gross and whatever, and then you end up liking it, I suppose. And then we'll colour these parts in, I suppose. Something like that. There we go. Something like that, I guess. And we need to give some shading in here, I suppose. This back heel and just under there, just under the boot. So yeah, well, maybe actually most of her boot down to here would be in shadow, just from where I've got my light placed in my mind brain. So let's get it nice and round or whatever. Ta-da! Put this in shadow too, because we're seeing the back of it. And probably in here would also be in shadow, I guess. Let's take some of it out. Looking really good, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad you like it. I didn't expect to like it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really kind of didn't. I wasn't really expecting anything to turn out, to be honest. Okay. Well, look at that. Sweet. And I think it really does actually need some kind of moon in there. So we're gonna do it. What did we do for the last one? See you, Ramo. See you around Discord. We did like a melty moon, didn't we? Well, let's see if we can't do another one. So, a moon. A melty moon. I don't know. I don't really like the full moon, even though the full moon's kind of creepy. Is it more kind of... I really want to kind of just do one of these, like, really wicked, like, angular kind of moons. Like, something like that with chunks cut out, I guess. Let's think about it. I reckon we could make it drippy too, so kind of... It's a blood moon, guys. Lol, lol, lol. So, blood moon, blood. So we're kind of dripping or whatever. So something like this, I guess. Probably not up in here, actually, if I'm honest. So, the moon is dripping, dripping, my pretties. Almost like a Soul Eater moon. Yeah, something like that. I loved Soul Eater's moon. It's actually legit epic. But then again, I really love Soul Eater's art style in general. It's so much fun. Especially because it's so over exaggerated. And you don't normally see a lot of anime that really go that kind of full, you know, grossness, I guess, is a way of putting it. And so we want some creepy clouds, said, did we say SK? I don't know about creepy, but I like these kinds of clouds. Especially when, you know, you're wanting to have the kind of full moon effect going. Something like that. Like that. Trying to copy the art style is difficult. Trying to do any art style is difficult. Trust me. Especially if, you know, you're gonna try and find your own too. Like, not even kidding. That's the hardest one. And people, I find people are often, like, artists online or whatever, are often pretty mean to beginner artists about, you know, why they don't have their own style or whatever and all of this kind of stuff. And I kind of feel as though it's pointless to say that to them because it really discourages them from actually trying art in the first place, because no one starts out with a style, like no one. And I'm not bullshitting. You physically don't have a style when you start out. You have something you want to aspire to, which is you like the Soul Eater art style and whatever, and that's what you want to kind of aspire to be like. And yeah, I find it really disheartening when I don't know, when I find out that other artists are being like, well, you're unoriginal and horrible, so like whatever, you know, you need to stop copying people. And I'm like, well, that's how you learn. You learn by trying out different art styles, and you learn by, you know, just trying stuff. It's beyond me though. I kind of get really mad at those kinds of people. If you couldn't tell. I kind of actually do get pretty mad at those kinds of people. So, because I'm like, well, how did you come out of the womb like drawing really awesome? Because if you did, you're probably one of the only people in the world that, you know, did that. Like, I full on get up all in that grill. Like, I'm not like condoning art thieves or people who actually steal art and claim it as their own or anything, but like beginner people who want to draw, like, I'm there going, dude, like, they have to learn. Like, I had to learn. You know, I copied styles, you know, trying to learn and stuff. Like, it's just dumb to expect someone to come out of the womb like ready to rock and roll and paint beautiful painterly paintings without, you know, I mean, hell, did you learn to draw from Bob Ross? Like, did you learn to watercolor from Bob Ross? Oh, well, guess what? You copied Bob Ross. Look at that. Like, I actually get like full on rage bonery over that kind of stuff. When I see like artists complaining about it, I'm like, dude, are you actually fucking shitting me? Like, what even is going on? Like, so yeah, I don't know, that's just my opinion. Like, I think everybody needs to start somewhere and everyone needs to learn. And yeah, it's just dumb to not expect there to be a learning curve, or at least, you know, it's dumb to expect them to you know, improve overnight or develop, like, start with their style. Like, start with their style and not go through that whole imitation stage of, I really like this person's art and I really like this person's art, and I kind of want my art to take this part from that artist and this part from that artist and combine it, you know. Yeah. So I'm awesome. I'm glad it's looking good to you guys. You know, yeah. I don't know, I'm just kind of like, yeah, I get pretty ragey when people are like, well, you know, you're not an artist if you don't, you know, have your own style and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, well, you know, I'm a designer, okay, and a designer doesn't always get to do things in a way that I want to. Like, stylistically, I'd love to be able to do a whole bunch of stuff for my work the way that I want to do it, but I can't, because I have to fit their brief and their needs, and I think it's the same for commissions too. But like, I don't know, people who go on about artistic integrity and all of this other bullshit and kind of belittle other people who, I don't know, for no real good reason, I just kind of get shitty at them. I'm just like, dude, like, as I said, I'm not condoning like art thieves or whatever. I'm not condoning any of that. I'm just saying that, you know, you got to start somewhere and you got to learn, and usually that's the way to learn. So yeah, I'm glad you guys like it. Give me a second and I'll get this moon kind of looking a bit more badass. A bit more badass. Does anyone here subscribe to Drunkens and Dragons? I'm not sure how many people are D&D people. Learn yourself how to play D&D more better, like a big old badass. It's a good channel. I love Hanker Fernale. He is, I think, funnily enough, as a person, very philosophical and a very great storyteller. One of my favorite YouTube channels, actually, to be subscribed to for some of the stuff that he shares. Of all of it, mostly gaming, like RPG kind of tabletop related, but still, like, I don't know, it's great. I love listening to his, you know, I don't know, shenanigans, I suppose is the good word, probably the best word for it. His shenanigans, and watching some of the live playthroughs and all that kind of stuff. Okay. We did kind of, and then I actually do kind of like that artwork for it, actually. Let's, the clouds can go away, but let's actually refine that artwork for the moon, because I do actually like the line art. I've decided I like the line art. I've just decided that I like the line art. We're going to do the line art for it, because I don't know, I think for me one of the defining things about my artwork is the line art for me, and it's always been a really big important part, which is the reason why I just don't seem to be able to get into the habit of doing the anime or the really cute thing of coloring my line art to like match certain colors or tones, and it just never feels right to me. I always feel inclined to line everything in black. I sketch in grey, like I'll sketch in grey, that's fine with me, but I will never line in anything that's not black, usually. And it just feels weird when I don't see black lines around stuff. I'm just like, what? What is going on? Blasphemy. It needs black lines. Why doesn't it have any? I don't know what's going on. My sense of identity is failing me. I just, yeah, it's just really funny how it turned out to be that way. I think I'm like pushing way too hard on my pen, because all these lines are coming out the same width, and I don't like it. I don't like it, I say I don't like it. So, But yeah, no, I suppose that's how I feel about it. Then again, you guys are starting to figure out how I feel about a lot of things, I think. Just because I sit on here and I talk every Saturday now. About nothing. And people come and say hi to me and watch me do my nothing. You watch me do my nothing. And I kind of like it. So I'm going to make the lines, I suppose, thick and kind of angular and a bit drippy as well. Just because I think it lends itself to a bit weirder lines. This kind of deal, I suppose. So I'm glad you think it's great. I'm still kind of self-conscious about, you know, like, I suppose the biggest thing for me is that I'm just like, I'm a weirdo, and I know I'm a weirdo, and most people love me for being a weirdo. I just usually haven't shared how weird I am with the internet, and you guys are starting to really learn just how weird I am, and it's kind of funny. I'm just like, okay, there we go, I did a thing. And the stream should be ending, so we are actually fairly on time this week. I'm actually gonna do some little lines around this moon because I think it's really cool. So I'm gonna take this sketch away now, and then I'm gonna fill it. There. So actually, no, that should be over the top. I'm going to take the multiply away. It's going to be normal. I'm going to fill this with red. And it's going to be a blood moon. Blood moon. Blood moon. So, I don't really know what to do with this artwork, to be honest, now that I've done it. It's really cool. I like it. I feel like I should be putting it on things, but I have no idea what actually to do with it. Legits. Legit skis have no clue what to do with it. I'm just like, I did a thing! And now I've got it. Now what do I do? I'm so used to drawing all this stuff for like a purpose. And to be honest, I've never actually had to think about it. I think we might do some white in here as well on that moon, just to really make certain aspects of it pop. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It was just a, hey, look at, let's go from, like, because as I said, you guys normally don't see me sketch anything, you know, at all from woe to go. And I kind of was thinking that we'll do a draw me again type thing. And I found the oldest piece of artwork that I could find that's horrible, and it's that thing up there. And I was like, cool, alright, let's do a thing. And now that I've done a thing, I'm not really quite sure what I'm going to use it for or do with it. But I don't think that's a bad thing. I just think that we've got stuff now. I'm like, well, you guys will tell me what to do with it later anyway, to be perfectly honest. Now, why didn't that work? Have I got something selected? What's my pen? Pen. Okay, and it's red. Layer 9. Oh, that's why. That's why. I was on the wrong layer. It's layer 7. It's the clouds. I don't like that. No. So we're going to use white again. So, but I'm sure you guys will tell me what you want me to do with it. That's why we had it on multiply. I see. No, but we don't want it on multiply. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to erase. Whoops. erase along her hairline. Oh, that's not erase, I said, not paint white. There we go. So that can do that. But yeah, so I figure that we'll figure out something to do with it, I suppose. You guys let me know if you want me to do something with it. We'll find something to do. Something to do with it. Ba-bam. No. And kind of this down here. And this up here. Woohoo! Clouds! Okay, so what do you think, guys? I think this is pretty much done, and we're only 10 minutes over time today. We're not doing like a 50 million hour stream like that normally happens when I decide that I'm going to start streaming. Like, oh yeah, so, oh, I'm actually pretty stoked. Oops. Oops, I left out the line art layer. So I'm actually pretty stoked about this. Again, it's not selecting my whole folder. I'm selecting the folder, not just the lines. This one. There we go, I can move it. Ah ha ha, look at that. So we've got this. And we started with this up here. This is what we started. This is where I started, and this is where I am today. So if you want me to put it in perspective, I'm still not that great at art, but at the same time, this is 12 years progress. Well, no, maybe about 10. I was still pretty much at, you know, scrub tier, this tier level for like a year and a half or so, or two. I didn't start drawing until like 2005, you know, and it's 2017, so I've got some level of efficiency in the way that I like to draw now, but it's still like I couldn't draw realism, guys, like I'm telling you. So this is how my art style has developed in the last, what, 12 years. From that to that. Oh, I just find it so funny. All right, guys. Well, look, if you guys did like this stream, definitely hit the like button. If you want to catch up or keep up with me, you can head to my Twitter. The link is appearing on the screen right now at Rock the Boxle. You can also enter this month's art giveaway. Don't forget to do that. It's the September giveaway. And I will probably see you guys next week for some more fun shenanigans, or even, dare I say, legasp, building a Boxle city or something like that. You guys let me know in Discord. If you are bored right now and you do want to come and hang out with us in Discord, you can hang out with us in Discord. But for now, this is B, signing off.